Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Concordia Stadium here in Montreal for the home opener of the RSEQ Women's Rugby season. I'm Kaylee Walsh alongside Jordan Vincente, and we are thrilled to bring you live coverage of the Concordia Stingers as they take on their longtime rivals, the Laval Rouge.
This matchup is always on to circle on the calendar. It's always one to circle on the calendar. Laval comes in as one of the most consistent programs in the country, but Concordia are hungry this season. They've been building momentum, and there is no better way to set the tone than with a big home performance.
Exactly. The last time these two teams met was in the RSEQ semifinals last year, where Laval edged out Concordia 17-7 in the last minutes of play. Over the past few years, Concordia has consistently shown their ability to grow across the whole season and have closed the gap between themselves and the top two teams of Laval and Ottawa. But unfortunately, in the years past, it has just been a little too late. Tonight we'll reveal where Concordia begins their 2025 journey, and we'll give the Rouge a chance to show why they are the defending RSEQ champions.
Exactly. And keep an eye on the breakdowns and set pieces tonight. That's where this game could be won or lost. Concordia forward pack will want to set a platform while Laval thrive on quick ball and structured attack.
All right, we're just getting here. Things are getting underway. The fans are coming in, and we're getting ready for our kickoff.
Officiating tonight, we're going to have Danny O'Shea on the center. Assistant refs are setting on plays. Everything is set at Concordia Stadium. We're just waiting for the ball. Ball's coming in. So we're ready. Lights, camera.
Action. All right, here we go. Laval kicking off. We have Samson kicking off. Amaral retrieving the ball, carrying it up the field. Allard to Kalajian. Slower breakdown here, but Allard sends it out to Anderson, who carries it forward. Back to Kalajian. Blankhorn picks it up. Allard sends it back to Robinson, who clears the ball. And it is dropped forward by Bellavance. The start that Concordia is looking for.
Robinson sent the bomb to the other side of the field, and Bellavance missed to deactivate that bomb. It exploded in her hands. Too bad for her. It's ball for Concordia, close to the 22 of Laval. Good possibilities here.
Yeah, the first real attacking piece here from Concordia. We'll see what they're going to do.
So we're going to the first scrum. The brave in front, the cowards behind.
Allard sends it out to Robinson, who gets it all the way to Momini, but she is stopped at the line.
Good job tackle there by Samson. Second tackle today.
Sending it back out to Duncan. Blankhorn hits it up, brought down by Fortin. Allard takes it herself, but she's then brought down again, but she releases and gets back up.
I feel Laval is applying pretty well the thing of the best attacking is a good defense, right?
That is very true. Anderson carries it, gives it off. Willette takes her down. Allard brings it back to Robinson, who attempts to loop back around. Keeps her feet going. Another carry by Anderson, already doing big work here in the first 2 minutes. An unfortunate knock-on here by Concordia.
Unfortunate, and Allard was trying to move some pieces there. Didn't find the right hands. Good try there. Now it's first scrum for Laval after having a good control of the first scrum. Let's see the second one. The Brave in front, the Cowboys behind.
It'll be interesting to see here if Laval opts to exit with a kick, or are they going to try and run this ball out? Still early in the game.
I think it's a good moment now to review the lineup of both teams, right?
Go for it.
Okay, Université Laval is starting with Caron, the number 1, La Liberté on number 2, Godin number 3, Fortin number 4, Chabot number 5. Back rows, Provost, Ouellet, and Camille Arvim Verot on the number 8. La Tulipe 9, Fréchette 10, La Jeunesse on the 11, 12 Tremblay, 13 Samson, 14 Paneton, and 15 Bellavance. Subbing, we're gonna have on the front row Bertrand, Fortin de la Grave, Galiazzo, Fauché, Salès, Dion, Laplante, Marois, Tardif Sanson, and Goudreau. Who are the ones to watch, Kaylee?
For the University of Laval, definitely keep our eye on number 8, Camille Arvin-Bérode. She has come off playing for Canada at the HSBC Sevens World Series alongside Concordia's Mahalia Robinson.
So welcome back to RSCQ. Camille, in fact, she played nationals with U Laval last year. Mahalia was absent. She's coming back, taking her opportunity in her 5th year of eligibility to try to gain the tickets to the nationals. One last chance. Welcome back, Mahalia.
Another key player on the Concordia side to welcome back is Leanne Duncan at the number 8 position, also coming back for her 5th year.
Another wonderful byproduct from Ormstown City. Giving always amazing rugby players to Quebec. Good youth program always in Ormstown.
Let's feature the Concordia starting lineup.
Yeah, let's go with Concordia. We have a mighty tight 5 from TMR. Big force there with Anderson, La Chapelle Marceau, and Kelejian on the front row. We have Amaral and De Kisea on the second row. Then we have number 6 is Buller, 7 is Coulomb Ferrari, and 8 the before mentioned Duncan. On the backs we're gonna have Allard, Robinson, Marshall on the 11, 12, 13 as centers. We're gonna have Blanker and Monmini, 14 Scott, and as a captain and closing the lineup, the starting lineup, Maddie McTavish, who finds finally again the number 15 after having to play number 10 on the final with Beaconsfield 2 weeks ago due to injuries. Another player on her 5th year at Concordia, if I'm not wrong. Then we're gonna have on the subs, we're having Hutchinson, Dumont, Chisholm, Brown, Weller, Valet, Miller, aka Tiny, Bellini, Gagnon, and Kayambe.
All right, heading back here onto the field, you have another attacking scrum for Concordia. Looks like they have brought all their backs to the open side. And there's a penalty in the scrum. However, after taking it quick, a little knock on, and now the ball returns to Laval.
Unforced mistake.
You know, early in the season, home opener, we can feel those nerves sometimes. We'll see how they respond.
7 minutes on the clock. So far, what we've seen is Concordia on Laval's field. Territorially, we can say that Concordia is winning so far. 0-0 on the scoreboard.
All right. La Tulipe brings out to Caro, to Fréchette, to Tremblay, who brings it out to Wallet. Bobbled, but Bellavance picks it up and out of bounds. It appears a little bit of a miscommunication. I think the touch judge might have thought the line was a different one, but play continued. We are playing the whistle here. La Tulipe sends it back out to Tremblay, pulls it back to Fréchette, an outside ball. And now La Jeunesse has the ball, going for a run herself. And she's looking for the corner. Can Allard catch her? And just like that, places it down.
And that's a try. Try. First try of the game. What a play. I think they made, what, that's 5 phases? They've made like 80 meters in 5 phases. I mean, the last one was 50 meters, but, you know, like it's pretty effective. Phase meters gain.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive how they move the ball. If we go back to what we said at the beginning, what's Laval's thriving on? They are thriving, just rephrasing what I said, they thrive on quick ball and structure attack. So that's what we just seen. Amazing, just amazing rugby. Good hands, bringing the ball to the edges, being real structured. The 15 players, good ball of the good attitude of the ball.
The conversion is good. It is 7-0 for the Rouge et Or.
What happens just in the middle, no? That's what we say, just in the middle. So it's 0-7, Laval leading.
All right, looks like Mihaly is going to be taking the kickoff. A bit of a shallow kick, but it finds grass, but miraculously recovered. La Tulipe sends it out to Fortin. That looks like it is knocked forward. Hard pressure by Concordia forces the knock-on.
This is like Groundhog's Day. I've been here in this situation 2 minutes ago. Just a knock-on on your 30 yards. Scrum to Concordia.
All right.
The brave in front, the cowards behind.
Another attacking opportunity. Take 3. And a penalty against Laval.
Number 1, pushing crooked.
And Concordia is gonna opt for points.
Yeah. It looked like the Laval was completely dominating the scrum, but maybe that's why he called the penalty also. Like, if you cannot dominate with pushing the way, right?
Good decision here.
Danny Oche knows his scrums. Robinson for points.
I think it's a good decision to go for points here. Early in the game, they'll get the ball back. Some rowdy Rouge et Or fans.
Not keeping the silence.
And the ball exits the try zone.
Went to the right?
I think so.
To me, it looked like just in the middle again. We need to ask someone to clean the windows here. It gave me a
little tap
sensation.
quickly.
Wow.
Recovered back by Laval. Chabot.
Too
Back
bad,
to Wallet.
they were sleeping.
La Tulipe sends it back out. A flat ball to Corinne. She tries to step in to avoid the tackle. Sending it back out, trying to make it to the edge, but she holds on to the ball. The tackle's right there for it. Fortin running up. Good hit by Momini, but offloaded. Sending it out to Caro. Now Hervé Bédard. Retrieve. Leanne Duncan's taking the ball in the hand. Concordia ball. Concordia is going to look to try and refine their shape here. Amaral. And a forward pass is called.
By how many millimeters was that forward pass?
They didn't give us binoculars from up here.
We have to take the
Maybe we can
mirror
get
tape, no, to. Someone started technical designing here. Let's see if the dominance on the scrum still on Laval's side. So far, even if Concordia. So far, even Concordia always manages to keep the ball in their own balls. Like
well,
we've seen struggling in those scrums. Good recovery from Concordia.
Allard sends it back out. Continuing to go back to the center. Kalajian carries. And an unfortunate knock on from Concordia. A counter from Laval. And that's a penalty against Concordia. Looks like Laval is going to try and find the sideline here. Samson kicks. Doesn't look like it's going to reach it. Mahalia keeps it in. Sends it out to McTavish. Long pass. Retrieved by Scott. But it is dealed a knock on.
I'm just going to say I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know if that's good or bad. But I'm just... It's also kind of chilly.
We can feel almost a bit of a momentum shift here. The Rouge et Or,
yeah,
despite being in their end for quite a bit of time at the beginning, have now taken their way down the field, now have an attacking position themselves inside the Concordia half.
From the outside, it's giving impression Concordia. It's trying to accelerate the game. It's trying to find answers to all the questions that they are asking themselves, but feels like the pace is off. Too much rush sometimes.
My mistake there. That knock on ended with a Concordia scrum. So Concordia now trying to make their way out of their end. Looks like they're setting up for an exit. Aller to Robinson.
Long kick from Robinson to the center.
Well retrieved by La Jeunesse.
That bomb was high too, but today they finally deactivated properly.
Rouge et Or back on the attack. Good tackle by Duncan.
They call the special forces.
And the penalty is won by Concordia. This could be a critical moment here for Concordia to get back into.
Big rug there for Concordia in front of the crowd. While counter rug, the ref call hands in the rug. And that's I think the third penalty that they don't find touch.
Yeah.
From both teams.
All right, La Tulipe sends it out. Fortin carrying again. Brought down by Anderson. La Jeunesse with the ball.
Oh.
And Frechette finds space on the edge. looking for a little bit of a chip, a deeper kick, but Robinson's there. She's going to try and retrieve it. Picks it up right before it gets into the touch zone. Mahalia, ball in hand, clears for a good exit.
Now she found touch.
So it's going to be a Laval line out just inside the Concordia half. Let's go, Connu! Desgagnés is going to throw this in. Treated by Fortin. Rouge et Or begin their maul. Still moving forward. La Tulipe to Fréchette. Back to Tremblay. Gets it towards the edge, but Momini is there to create some disruption. That's Scott. My apologies. Blankhorn with the tackle there. Back to Fréchette. Chabot. And a quick pass, but ends with the knock-on for Rouge et Or. The ball's going back to Concordia.
Silky skills there though. Like even the knock-on, just the 3 passes before, literally chills. Literally chills.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate knock-on there. That would have been a nice gap for Arvin Bérod to run through.
Is Arvin Bérod the only one player starting in this team that it's not CRQ?
Very possibly.
Do we know that? 99% chances that that's right. Camille sticks to her beloved Irish.
Also now known as.
Also another player that play now IROX for this year. They merged with Lux.
Right.
She played the final 2 weeks ago also.
Aller to Robinson, looks for a kick. Found some green space here. And it bounces in before it rolls out, but looks like a change of decision was made.
It's a straight out, it touched the line.
Robinson's hands are up, she's confused. So that means the Rouge et Or are going to have a line out right from where Mahalia kicked the ball. All right, Desgagnés throwing the ball in. Chabot. La Tulipe to Tremblay. Pulls it to Fréchette. Look at that ball movement. Belle avance, finds a gap, but is met defensively by Scott. Rouge et Or make it all the way to the edge, but not before a penalty.
Big turnover again. Concordia is managing pretty well to stop Laval in those situations. Actually, they had 2 big turnovers when they were in their own 30 yards line.
Yeah, so offset piece, it seems like Laval is being clinical in their ability to get the ball to the edge.
Concordia is not contesting any line out too. That's right. They're just waiting. They're just expecting Laval to form their mold so they can defend their mold. That's what we've seen. But yeah, like Concordia is managing pretty well to win those breakdowns.
Taken by Concordia, Kalajian moving forward.
There was a fake mold there. What a force of nature, Steve.
Aller to Robinson. Momini finds a gap. Momini moves forward. Aller to Anderson. Another big carry. But looks like Caro is up for the task. Back to Allard. Excellent line speed by the Rouge, forcing Concordia to move backwards.
A good defense is the best attack.
A bit of contact made on Allard and a penalty there.
Is she asking for points?
This time, Robinson's sure to find touch.
Standing over. Line out, Stingers.
So we've seen Concordia try and attack off a scrum, but we haven't really seen too much attack off line out. So again, a bit of a glimpse here into what that's going to look like.
Another time that they are in the 30 yards line. They never had a good control of the ball after that line. None of both teams actually. Laval scored the try without having to work in that red zone. Let's see how they worked out here.
Concordia has the advantage here.
Yeah, people on the stands are telling Danny O'Shea, the ref, how many, sir? How many? Talking to the captain. Hands in the pocket or not? Has he the hand in the pocket?
Looks to me that it's just a conversation.
Light chit chat. So just an advertisement. Be kind.
So Concordia opting for a scrum. Maybe they felt a little bit more confident in their scrum. So once again, we're back to the attacking scrum on the 30.
Groundhog's Day. Who's the main actor there?
You're asking the wrong person.
It's a famous man. We're asking to the people on YouTube to write in the comment section who's the main actor in Groundhog's Day.
Allard up to Robinson. A simple fake switch and pop off to Momini, and Momini continues to move forward. Dishes it off to Blankhorn. But Laval wins the penalty. Not releasing.
Not releasing.
Getting closer and closer. Now they were in the 10 yards line. Probably next time is the good one.
This time the Rouge are opting for the scrum.
Rouge have opted for a scrum.
Ball's in. Taken by the 8. La Tulipe sending it back out to Godin. Desgagnés carries. Godin again. Up to Fortin. She straightens up. Laval keeps driving forward with Chabot. La Tulipe passes it out to Fréchette, pulls it out the back to Samson. Looks like the Rouge are, I was just going to say, committed to moving it forward, but finally they opt for a kick. Retrieved by Concordia. And a delayed call suggests the ball went out of bounds, or the catch was out of bounds. again, unclear from this vantage point.
So it's Bill Murray, the main actor on Groundhog Day.
There you have it, folks, for those who were
Yeah, for your trivia.
really wanted to know.
For your trivia night, you're not gonna miss out this one. By the way, that's a Canadian game, Trivia Pursuit. Fun fact also for your trivia night.
Looks like there's a little bit of discussion happening here. McTavish has her arms waving a little bit. Passionate speaker, it appears.
So time's off right now.
Yeah, so as I was saying prior, I feel like Laval tonight has been clinical with their catch pass, able to get the ball to the edge, but Concordia has been doing a decent job of shutting it down once it gets to the edge, like you were saying with those turnovers. So that's maybe why we're not seeing as much forward movement until we get that big break.
We should see who are the players that actually are making those turnovers. Maybe it's the same player the whole time, and it's a player that it's on the edge the whole time, right? Maybe just the whole team that performs well on those situations, and Laval is not managing to play quick ball and keep the ball alive on the edge.
And a penalty here. Back 10 for
Oh.
Concordia.
Collapsing that maul.
Line out, WRug.
Rougeard fine touch. It's going to be their line out in the Concordia half.
What was the score in the first game they played last year? Now the semifinal 17-7. Difference of 10 points.
I believe the difference was closer to 30 points in their season game last year.
So they cut down the difference. Let's see if they cut down even more to get the negative difference and take the win today.
Stingers allowed the first scrum. Scrum Stingers.
All right, scrum for Concordia. I wonder if they're looking at some of the green space. Blankhorn takes it up. She's met at the line by Willette.
Jesus, big
Buller.
carry, big carry by Blackburn.
She has to be careful here. But off her feet, diving over by Arvin Béraud.
By the gestures of Danny O'Shea, he's calling that he put her hands first on the ground. That's a clear indication on nowadays perception that you are not holding your own weight. That's why it's off your feet.
So another kick that doesn't find touch,
Line out Stingers.
Yeah,
but eventually was kicked back, so it's Concordia's ball. Marceau throwing it in for Concordia.
I wonder if they are gonna regret to not finding touch on all those kicks at the end of the game.
Retrieved by Amaral. And a forward moving maul.
Big maul, they're putting wheels to that maul. Now Laval managed to stop that.
Allard fishing for the ball.
I think it's the weirdest maul I ever seen.
Robinson takes a step.
How a maul with that momentum is stopped.
Still carrying. And it's ripped out by her Canada teammate. Chabot sends it wide, but the ball hits the ground. Ball still moving backwards. And we have a whistle for a knock-on by Concordia.
Pretty sloppy game. I'm wondering if it's because it's the first game of the season. We have seen like maybe 5-6 phases from both teams, but not more than that. Not big possessions. Not also it's both teams that are. Someone is attacking, someone is defending. So probably the defense has something to say about this too. But yeah, we're not seeing big possessions from any of both teams. The ball is turning over frequently. We are on minute 33 right now. 7 minutes to halftime. And another scrum.
Latulip puts it in. Tremblay gets the ball out to Fréchette. Another wide ball. Let's see if it gets shut down here. And Momini makes the hit. This time recovered by Laval. Back to Tremblay. Samson looks for some space with her kick. Finds McTavish. Back to Allard. She ducks and spins. Clears one tackle, clears another. A big hit.
Crunchy tackle. Crunchy tackle by Samson. Looks like Allard okay. She steps up.
Still Concordia ball.
Back on her feet.
Hitting it up the field.
Oh, big carry. Calling people.
A clearance attempt is blocked. Picked up by Laval. Tackled by Blankhorn. The ball is loose. Recovered by Concordia. This is their chance to counter. Amaral takes it up.
Let's see if this crazy game is beneficial for Concordia. Now they're trying to play.
Blankhorn
Blankhorn
finds a half gap. Is able to place the ball out. Collegian is met at the line.
Ball is available. Amaral on the floor.
And that's a knock on.
Nicole Amaral, another interesting player. Hometown Rio de Janeiro. A garota de Ipanema. She played 3 caps for Brazil this summer in a Portugal-Spain tour that they made to prepare to the World Cup. Brazil is playing the World Cup, the Women's World Cup that is now being played in England. It's undergoing. Yeah, she played 3 games there. Maybe we'll see her in the next World Cup playing for Brazil.
Yeah, it's an awesome opportunity to be able to also like come back, bring that experience to her university side. If anything, it's just going to elevate her teammates around her. Obviously, we're hoping for the best. She does seem to be in a bit of discomfort here.
First time Brazil is participating in the Women's World Cup. Talking about that, we have another exciting weekend ahead of Women's World Cup. What are the fixtures? What's the schedule?
Well, of course, tomorrow morning we have Canada-Wales.
We have a 7 a.m. Canada-Wales.
Tune in, TSN, non-sponsored. I believe some other matchups are Australia, USA, that's the main one. All right, but let's keep our eyes back here to Montreal. Amaral back on her feet. Looks like she's rejoining her team. I'm sure her teammates will be very happy to see that.
So yeah, we have a Canada-Wales at 7 a.m. Then 9:45 we have Scotland, Fiji, and England, Samoa at noon.
All right, we're gonna turn the clock back on here, back to a scrum for the Rouge et Or.
So lucky morning tomorrow, the ones that like rugby, and unlucky the ones that have a partner that likes rugby and you don't like rugby. Sorry for you.
La Tulipe Out to Tremblay.
What a line, what a line.
Looks like they're trying to move it to find the edge. Chabot carries. La Tulipe keeps going. Flo. This time comes back.
The stands clearly are not happy with that one.
Fréchette carries a bit more. They're moving the ball quickly back inside to Samson. Big tackle there by Momini. Willette picks the ball up, back to Caro, and there's a penalty against Concordia.
The ref didn't like the actions of Duncan there. He called an offside on the rug. Remember, right now, as the rules are right now, you have 1 meter of buffer around the rug, so you cannot touch the number 9.
So Laval finds touch, and now they're going to have a line out within 5 of the try line.
First time Laval plays a ball in the red zone of Concordia. Well, second time. The first time was the first action they had in the 30 yards line. Let's see what we get from here. Concordia waits on the line out. Laval is gonna come in.
Desgagnés going for another throw.
It's a full line out, 7 in.
Fortin picks it up. But the call goes against the Rouge et Or.
Not straight.
A not straight call.
The Stingers have opted for a scrum.
And we're going to see a scrum for Concordia. This will be a very important scrum, or at least to set up a good platform here to allow Concordia to exit.
It's a tricky one here. Clearly, Concordia is going to have to hook this one. And for sure, Laval is going to push with 8 players. Remember, the brave in front, the coward behind. 8v8.
Picked up by
Comes out
Concordia. Blankhorn tries to drive forward. Allard back to Anderson. Again, just trying to get a little bit of a clearer breakdown. This time, finding Robinson. And now it's going to be line out for the Rouge et Or. At least a bit of pressure relieved by Concordia.
Critical moment of the game as we are in a 3-7 last seconds of the first half.
All right, here we go again. Brought down by Laval, but they keep driving forward.
Good defense on that maul.
La Tulipe sends it out. Penalty against Concordia.
No one in the stadium is saying how many now. I wonder why.
They're just going to tap and go. Caro with the carry. Keeping the ball tight.
Laval asking questions. Concordia saying not today.
Willette trying to find a hole in the defense. Fortin doing the same. Moving a little laterally over here.
Oh, they got the ball. Concordia got the ball back.
Recovered by Concordia.
Another big turnover.
Collegian carries. Anderson, the duo again. Looks like Concordia has some sort of advantage.
Lian is making friends, that's for sure. Duncan is making friends in the last rack, exchanging some business cards, right? Hi, I'm Leanne Duncan. How you doing? I don't know who was the business partner she was finding there, but clearly they exchanged their phone numbers.
So Robinson tries to find touch, opts for a bit more depth, recovered by Laval. Big tackle by Marshall. Duncan tries to go for the turnover. Chabot with the ball.
I have the feeling that that's the player that is getting the turnovers on the edge every time.
Samson brings it up to Godin. La Tulipe connects with Fortin, who finds a gap. Now Frechette takes the ball again. Still moving forward. A little bit of a somersault. Somehow the ball ends up in Kalajan's hands. Amaral. And finally we have a whistle.
Big penalty against Concordia in a pretty interesting position of the field.
I think
20 yards and centered. And they ask for points.
especially with not a lot of time left on the clock, feels like a pretty easy decision.
I find hard to find situations to not ask for points in that one.
The kick is good.
It's over!
And the penalty kick is good.
And we go to halftime.
Which brings us to halftime. The score at the half, 10 for the Rougeard, 0 for the Stingers.
So as you said, that takes us to halftime here at Concordia Stadium, where the score is 10-0, I believe, for the
No.
Laval.
10-3.
10-3? 10-0, as I was saying, for the Laval Rougeard.
It's true, she missed.
She missed the kick. Yeah.
Yep. 10-0, that's right. It's because of the windows. They have to clean them. Like
Yeah,
I just missed it from here.
We're going to take a quick short break here, and we'll be back to show you guys the second half. All right, welcome back. We're just about to get the second half underway. Jordy, what are you looking forward to seeing in the second half?
Clearly, I'm expecting for a more open game. Laval for sure is gonna with their structure. They are more used to be under pressure and develop their structure even when they are under pressure. What I've seen on Concordia. With their big tight five, they are trying to make big carries on the center of the field to drag players. The thing is, they are always finding big tackles from Laval. They are big, they are good in defense, double tackles. They are not making the meters that they are expecting to make with those players, so then they're struggling to gain momentum and develop their game. So sorry, I didn't mention the assistant reps are Andréan and Irvin. I didn't mention them, but now that I've seen both, so lights, camera, action, and here we go.
Second half underway. Laval carrying the ball on the edge. La Tulipe passes it out. And a penalty against Laval, an obstruction call. Must have happened close to the breakdown. So similar to the first half, starting off with an early penalty.
We assume that there hasn't been changes so far.
I think I saw for the Rouge et Or specifically, Fauché has joined the field.
There you go, then I'm wrong. First change.
Unsure who she's replaced, but making her debut here.
Yep. First officially minutes for Université Laval for Fauché.
Line out stolen by Laval. Recovered, Chabot carrying it up. Tip pass. Camille running with the ball. Making her way to half. McTavish is able to make the tackle. La Tulipe picks it back up. Belle Avance with the ball.
Laval is good in those situations. They get momentum. They have the big players in the center carrying. You can see the rest of the field well structured, covering the whole width of the field. And there you go.
Pass to Wallet. Robinson with the tackle. Fréchette tips it off to Godin. Going back to Chabot. Godin. Fauché. Chabot carrying it. You could see all of Rouge et Or working together to get around that breakdown. Fréchette and a possible knock on there from the pressure from Concordia. But
backwards.
Apparently not.
Well, amazing sequence of game. Nice phases. That's what we are here for, right? Some nice rugby. People are enjoying, even if it's Laval attacking. Rugby is always rugby. Rugby always wins.
So it appears that the knock-on went against the Rouge et Or. Looks like it's Concordia ball.
Yep, looks like it was a forward pass. So the brief in front, the covers behind. Now the scrum.
Allard out to Blankhorn, pulls it back to Robinson. She takes the gap. She dishes it off to McTavish. Now McTavish is on the run. Pass it off to Scott. Scott gets tackled by La Jeunesse. But Scott is able to get back up. Places the ball. Allard out to Buller. Buller met at the line.
Oh, crunchy double tackle again. Laval is mastering those ones today.
Allard out to Blankhorn. Flat pass to Kalayjian. A little slower to set up here by Concordia. Bobbled ball. Still Concordia ball.
Offside. Good call.
Taking it quick by Robinson. Almost like a triple tackle there. Were they 10? We will never know. McTavish sends it out. Aller to Blankhorn. Flat to Anderson. Kalajian running onto the ball. Gets forward momentum.
They love those carries. With the negative angle.
Oh yeah, all day for that tight five.
Yeah.
Wonder where they learned it.
So first up for Concordia looks like. Amaral gets out.
And looks like Lily Hutchison is coming in. That was probably the biggest run from Concordia that we'd seen all game.
Yeah. Oh, set piece.
All right, scrum Rougeard. Picked up by the 8. Buhler is on her. Takes 2 to take her down. Duncan finishes the job, but got caught a little bit.
Not rolling away.
Yeah.
The apology wasn't enough.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, even if you try really hard, in the moment.
Samson finds touch there, taking advantage of the penalty. So another line out for Laval.
Even if you say sorry in the moment, you affect somehow the attack, it's going to be a penalty.
Desgagnés into Chabot. It's getting out to La Tulipe. Ball moving quickly, but avance all the way to the edge. And a miraculous turnover there. Again, ball to the edge by Laval. Turnover, Concordia.
I think Blanchard is another good candidate for being the one that is getting all those turnovers.
That would make sense. She is often finding herself on that side. And another penalty not finding touch. There must be some wind.
No worries. Craig Beamer is already analyzing that.
Kalajian carrying the ball forward. Robinson pulls it back to Blankhorn. Now we're going to get some ball movement here. McTavish met, but breaks the tackle. 2 more on her. She's fighting forward. There we go.
Another crunchy tackle. Crunchy munchy in my lunchy. Oof.
Mahalia met with big contact, but able to get back to her feet. And now there looks like there's going to be some sort of talk.
Yeah. This needs to stop, says the crowd.
And there is a yellow card. Samson is being sent off with the yellow card.
I didn't know we were in the French Revolution, because what a guillotine, huh? Samson is sent off. It's going to be 10 minutes out. We start our watch here.
And we find touch nice deep in the Rougeard territory. This could be one of those turning points in a game. Marceau with the throw-in. Buhler retrieves it, hit right away, but takes it well. Aller to Robinson. Rougeard fast up. Kalajian, another hard line. The Kisia. Blankhorn takes it herself. Pops it up to Allard. Jumps around a little bit. Ducks under. Finds contact. Possibly being held up here. Allard definitely lost in this maul.
Unlucky. She had two options. She chose the third one.
No progress on the ball.
So ball back to the Rouge et Or.
Scrum Rouge et Or.
Clearly now it's one of the most important moments of the game. With the 0-10, if Laval scores now, it's going to be tough to come back. If Concordia scores, game's done.
The scrum is set. Latulip puts it in. Picked again with the 8. Big tackle by Scott. Chabot. Coulomb Ferrari with a tackle.
Fun fact, Camila and Scott are two players that they know well each other, both participated in the Canada Games in Mississauga 2022.
Big tackle by Marshall on the edge. Latulip sends it back out. Laval now, I believe, has an advantage as they're moving forward on the front foot. And it's going to come back.
It should be done a case study in an MBA of Laval because their efficiency is pretty high. Like meters gained per phase, it's just amazing. If you run a business like that, it's just how to escalate a business like Laval.
That was impressive. Meters gained by Laval on few phase of play. Looks like there are a few changes coming in here.
From the strategic point of view, that was an important moment of the game also because remember Laval is with 14 and Concordia has the 15 on the field. So
looks like Sandy Dumont has arrived onto the field for Hannah Buhler. Rouge et Or going to try and maul this. And they get the advantage. Options opening up here for the Rouge et Or. Still moving forward. Finally brought down. The ruck is set. Fréchette pumps it once, tries to take it herself, gets tackled. Tremblay. She cuts back inside. Latulip finds Fauché. Back out to Fréchette. And looks like an obstruction call. Looks like another conversation as well. Could this be?
big moment of the game. There was a moment that Fréchette actually found goal when there was nothing there because Laval was attacking with 4 players and Concordia was defending with maybe 7 or 8, and even in that situation she made some meters. Corinne Fréchette is another interesting player. She's Canada U20. Last year she went into camps. She was with Canada, with let's say Canada B, Canada A, playing in Spain against Spain. They had a concentration there. And that's gonna be her last year also. She's graduating this year. Well, yeah, she's graduating this year.
All right, Marceau going to toss the ball in. The ball goes over. Desgagnés picks it up. Quickly taken. Caro out to Chabot, gets bumbled. Fréchette now with the ball again. Loves to find a small gap where she can. La Tulipe out to Chabot. La Tulipe to Tremblay. Straightens up herself. A little isolated, but finds the support. Oh! And a penalty.
Yep, same call. Hands, first hands.
Sliding over.
So it's not hands on the ball, first hands on the floor. That means you are off feet.
What an interesting moment here. So the yellow card for Rouge et Or. Samson is their kicker. So despite being directly under the uprights, they have opted for a scrum because their kicker likely is not on the field.
7 minutes on the sin bin, so it's gonna be 3 more minutes without her kicker.
This could also
I don't believe that they don't have another kicker on the field. I know Bella Vance kicks. She comes from soccer, fun fact.
I don't know, they looked very confused at when their decision making.
Who knows? Maybe just want to win time playing on Concordia side instead of making 3 points and having to be on their field. Who knows?
Looks like we have stopped time here. Bit of an injury. Concordia ATs are tending to Coulomb Ferrari.
Another player that participated in Canada Games 2022 in Mississauga. Another fun fact: the head coach of that team was Jos Barrio, who was the head coach of this program for some years. Now Canada team head coach for sevens.
And I believe also in attendance tonight.
Maybe, because you know what's happening tomorrow. Let's talk about talking about that. Comparing players that play for Canada on both programs. Now we have under this World Cup we have Tess, who's the captain, who played Concordia, and also Laetitia Royer. Laval has 4 players right now. Has Sarah Mollachance, Justine Pelletier, Fabiola Forteza, and who else if it's not Karen Paquin?
All right, penalty against Laval. Taken quickly by Mahalia, gets the kick away, finds some space. Chased down by Allard.
She knows what she's doing and she knows what she's asking for. She kick, and if it's a penalty, it has to be where the ball bounced. She knows her rules. Also, I might say she was pretty smart, because if you see that in a TMO, you would see how Mahalia clearly forced to go to the floor. But what can you say? Don't hate the player, hate the game.
How much time do we have left in that yellow card over there? Ooh.
10 seconds, actually. I guess, yep. Is letting, yep. Danny O'Shea, the ref, is asking to the Simbin to come back. Oh, there's no. Then there is a substitution, but the yellow card, now it's the time, so.
So
if it's not in this one, it's going to be in the next one.
Provo is coming off.
No, Camille went off. Ah, no, Camille is on. Yeah, you're right. You're right, I'm wrong. Second time, fun fact, that Laval contest, the lineup with the 2 triplets up, putting all the pressure on the 5 and 10 meters line out. Maybe they are detecting that Concordia it's not having a good day on the lineouts. Who knows? But it's the second time that they are not afraid of the mall, and they are contesting with 2 players up.
All right, scrum Concordia. Allard puts it in. Pretty stable scrum there. Robinson takes it and decides to find some forward footwork herself. That inside line there from Kalajian that we've seen time and time again.
I'm not used to a number 10 to run straight like that. I'm not used to a number 10 to defend also with that kind of tackle, that run. Pretty shocking. Good rugby. Oh, Gregan!
A little Gregan. Back to Allard.
The most catchy Gregan I ever seen, though.
Anderson
Boof.
driving forward. Some action here from the forwards in tight.
The tight 5 are feeling at home right now.
Yeah, the backs are perfectly matched on either side. Kalajian carries.
It's going to be a big moment of the game. We're in minute 20 right now. Laval still with 14.
Dumont. Hutchinson. Kalajian.
If someone asked me where the pick and go was invented, I would say here. Here and right now. One more time, one more time. The refs are short.
Oh, the ball is fumbled. A little advantage, I think.
I think he
There-
meant, oh
there
no,
is-
it's a penalty advantage actually, penalty advantage. Oh, now the backs want to play with no risk.
There we go. And then Mahalia takes it in.
And she hurt herself, looks like. And that's a try, that's a try, that's a try, that's a try. Try. Under the post. And while granting the ball, I feel she hurt herself. The player chasing clearly it was an awkward moment, definitely. Amazing try. Laval was complaining about an obstruction. I didn't see it because the windows are not clean. So, try is given.
Single try, scored at 59 minutes into the match.
All right, this is setting us up.
And they are putting tape on the other knee of Mahalia. So she's going to be double taped.
Looks like she's okay. This is setting us up for an interesting final 20 minutes of this home opener match.
Yep.
Mahalia is back up and ready to take the conversion. Opts to set up quite far for a kick that's so central.
La Jeunesse is going to contest that one. She's pretty quick, so. Everyone's contesting. It's over! Flags up! What? Minute 22. Concordia 7, Laval 10.
Did they miss the...
Score, 7 Stingers, 10 Rougeard.
All right, so the yellow card is over. We're back to 15-15. Laval kicks it deep, but McTavish gets the ball back.
Crunchy munchy, my lunchy.
Another big hit on Anderson. Mahalia clears. A nice clearing kick, straight out of bounds. Exactly what the Stingers needed.
So Damir Sapp and Naika Goudreau is in another Canada U20 player.
So
But she's U20 this year too, so she's Canada U20 this year.
Desgagnés throws it in. The ball is knocked on. Recovered by Concordia. Leanne Duncan has it. The ball to Kalajian. A nice tip ball to Dumont. Some ball movement. Allard finds the ball. Nifty
Silky
offload.
skills. I don't know. I was in Central Asia because this is the Silky Road.
Kalajian runs hard but is met hard as well.
What a masters of the double tackle, Laval.
Anderson,
No one goes, not two double tackles high, not two double tackles low. One goes low, one goes high.
and that's a turnover.
I'm gonna show videos to this game to my players of how to do a double tackle. What a master class today. Clearly this is university because we are attending to a lecture.
Surely that's going to be some feedback for their team on the what went well tonight.
Another interesting fun fact, François Gagnon, the head coach of Laval, was named Coach of the Year of 2020. I don't know if it was 23 or 24. Where was the... Probably was last year, 2024.
All right, so this is Goudreau's first scrum as 9, and
Oh,
looks
free kick.
like a little penalty here. Looks like Concordia is making some decisions here of what to do next, setting up some pods. Anderson going for another big carry. She's done this all night. Robinson attacking the line here. Laval is quick to shut her down. Allard to Dumont.
Things are heating up between players, right?
Blankhorn to Anderson.
What a ball into space.
Blankhorn picks it up again. Is met pretty deep by the defender.
Another player of the Canada Games, Kat Blankhorn, Mississauga 2022.
Look at, we've got some pick and goes.
Yeah, Pick and Go Factory, welcome.
McTavish gathers at first receiver. She's tackled. I believe that's Hutchinson, releases and goes forward a little bit more. The ball is lost. Fauché picks up the ball, spins it out to Ouellette, to Fréchette.
Bad place to lose the ball.
Tries to get it to La Jeunesse. And the ball goes out of bounds. I believe it might have actually touched a Laval player last, so this might end up being a Concordia ball.
All the Concordia girls are saying their ball.
And looks like
The ref team says it's Laval's ball.
we have some calf cramps happening.
You have to be really brave to call that in this situation with all the stands looking at you, huh? Always happy with the ref decisions. They are doing their job.
Maddie McTavish truly standing up for her team here. Unsure if she
Oh.
got anywhere with that conversation.
Also, the flag should be on the other hand.
Chabot picks it up.
So 15 minutes to go, and we have Conyu 7, Laval 10. Is it Groundhog Day? Because that was the result at this moment on semifinal last year at PEPS.
The Mall is moving forward, driving forward. Concordia needs to do something here.
What a train, Concordia, Quebec City. They are driving this game home with that Mall.
Goudreau, Fréchette, La Jeunesse. Samson all the way to the edge, but avance. Oh, and it's just knocked forward
Too bad that final pass,
by Tardif.
but Samson strained up the line so much. Square hips, attacking, nice passing technique. Amazing job there. Amazing job there. The last pass didn't make it where it's supposed to be, or it was not catch as it was supposed to be. This is like conversations, like it's at least two people that are part of it. So one passes, one catches. So whose fault, we don't know. But just what an opportunity they had there.
We have another substitution here. Blankhorn has come off, and I believe Valet has come on. Looks like McTavish possibly, or Momini has moved into the 12 position.
Yep. Joel Valet is definitely on the wing. And McTavish went to the number 12.
All right, setting up the scrum. Allard puts it in.
More control the scrums in this second half.
Marshall gets the ball in the wraparound. Valet, first touch on the ball, and she breaks
Oh
the
my
tackle.
God.
She keeps going. McTavish picks and goes herself, holds on to it. The right decision. Allard fishing for it,
On the center of the field.
but the ball is turned over by Laval. Goudreau passes it out. Good day
Big
now.
scrum there. Big maul there. Big rug there, sorry.
Goudreau to Fauché. Desgagnés takes it. Momini chases back. Big tackle.
The game is completely opening up. More opportunities, more spaces, and that means more tries and more fun.
Fauché takes it. We have players on the ground. Laval's turn to do some pick and goes.
Someone decided to do a child pose, stretching a little bit. Some yin yoga before going to sleep. It's always nice. Samson is on the floor. Laval defending.
Driven backwards by Concordia. Ball sent
Sorry,
out.
Concordia defending. It's looking bad for Concordia.
Ouellet drives forward. And Ouellet gets the try.
And that's a try. Try for you, Laval.
A big try.
Big try in a big moment. After another wonderful set piece, that was the second time that they repeated that kind of set piece. Scrum on one side. They made a pull in the center of the field, and they keep opening wide. It's been really working well for Concordia. Unfortunately, that rack that they lost in the center of the field. Big game changer here.
Yeah, something that Laval's very good at is moving quickly on those turnovers. Doesn't really give Concordia a chance to recover. And the kick is good. So that makes it
Ah.
7-17.
7-17.
Deja vu.
Deja vu. But what a run from Joelle Valle.
First touch on the ball.
She was being chased, and she managed to keep the ball on the field.
Caught by Fauché. Tackled by Duncan. Ouellette. Brought down by McTavish. Goudreau brings it out to Desgagnés. Fauché. And that's a forward pass. Concordia finding themselves in a great position here. Center scrum, options on both sides. This could sway the momentum back in their favor.
I'm receiving messages from players like double tackles are going to be shown. Double tackles were shown at the beginning of the season.
Allard puts the ball in. Ball comes out. Play we've seen before. And she was isolated. Looks like Laval is slowly going to start to slow down this game here, take their time with the kick.
So scrumming the center. That was a big opportunity for Concordia. Unfortunately, turnover didn't work the way they wanted.
The timing just seemed a little off of the play they were trying to execute there. Chabot grabs that ball out of the air.
Another line out. Another maul.
Goudreau takes it off to Fréchette. Fréchette finds a gap, but closed down. But she's still on her feet. Robinson this time.
Just amazing. Probably is the lighter player on the field. And she stays up the whole time. Oh, big turnover right now.
Well done by McTavish. Slowed down the tackle, got back to her feet, and then was able to come up with the big play on the turnover. All right, Robinson's going to go find touch this time. And this time she does.
Also, if I'm not wrong, the big counter rag that got the try from Laval in the center of the field in front of us, it's also Fréchette who started that. Technique over weight.
That's right.
Desire over I don't know what.
Reality.
Over reality.
All right, Marceau throwing the ball in.
There's nothing more powerful than our dreams, right?
That's right. Dream it, believe it. Desgagnés with the ball. Brought down by Dumont. Fréchette reverses it back. Caro. Duncan puts her body on the line. Goudreau back to Fauché. Pulls it back to Ouellette.
Silky skills. I didn't know I was in Central Asia. I didn't know I was in Kyrgyzstan. Because this Silk Route is just amazing. Give me more.
Moving the ball here now.
Now they are feeling themselves. They start pulling. They have their pod set. They pull. Too bad that they find out they are warm at 2 minutes to the end. Because we would have so much fun if the game would be like that the whole time.
So the question is, did it take them long to find that in the game, or is it just comes down to first game of the season?
Probably both. Probably normally, as I said, someone attacks, someone defends. So the more tired the defense is, the easier it is to do that because you have less pressure, right? So that's normally you see it more at the end of the games than at the beginning. That kind of actions.
Yeah, when the field really opens up. All right, so this one found touch. So Concordia, though, back in an attacking position.
Yeah, we have 39 minutes in our watch. The game was stopped a couple of times, so I guess we're gonna still have 3-4 more minutes. Looks like Laval is gonna contest again with both up.
A little confusion. Oh, the old short ball. And it worked. That's all you can ask for.
No, it didn't work.
Just
it didn't work the other way.
I
It worked the other way. It
I
worked for
take it
Laval.
back. My question is, does it ever work? All right, Tardif with the ball. Brought down by Ferrari. Laval moving forward. Once again, finding their shape here. Fauché takes it up straight. Takes
The
away
rookie.
one. Takes away another one.
What a player for sure. I want to watch.
Goudreau getting the ball.
Graduated from CNDF, and you know who coaches CNDF?
The one and only.
The one and only Karen Paquin, 4th World Cup this year. After retiring on the 3rd World Cup, on her 3rd World Cup, she decided to go for a 4th. Only stars do that.
Looks like there's a bit of a conversation happening here on the field, one that we're clearly not a part of. Not sure what's going on. Looks
Yeah,
like,
it was with Concordia bench.
actually looks like it might be an HIA. I wonder if they're sporting those red flashing mouth guards.
Also, there is 10 substitutions, possibly here. At least in the lineup, they have 25. Big stakes today because none of both teams are using all the players. They know what they are playing for here because probably they are playing for a home semi-final at home, right? It's unfortunate that they are finding themselves in the first fixture of the season.
I believe last year it was actually, they faced off later in the season.
Concordia has a complicated schedule on that regard because on the third fixture also they go to Ottawa to play U Ottawa.
Fauché carries the ball. Fauché still going, takes
Wow,
a hard hit.
what a carry!
Hard to see the ball here, but kept in tight with the forwards. Still with the forwards, looks like Chabot is making her way over the line. And that's a try.
That's a try. Third try for Laval tonight. And probably that's gonna be the last action of the day.
So right now we're at 22-7 for the Rouge et Or. We'll see what happens with this kick.
That try had the weight of a signed, sealed, delivered.
And the kick is good.
And that's it for tonight.
That's the final whistle here in Montreal.
7 U Concordia, 7 U Laval 24.
24. Thanks for joining us on this broadcast of Concordia Women's Rugby. We'll see you next time, but for now, from everyone here at Concordia Stadium, good night.
Good night.